Hi, welcome to Aphrodite Hills here in Cyprus. My name is Chris Ryan, and in today's video we're discussing the term playing. We're going to talk through some ideas around playing and maybe give you some different information which might make you practice a little bit differently, or if not, look at your golf swing in a slightly different way. So playing is a term which has been around, I don't know, for as long as certainly I can remember, and certainly probably a few years before that. And there are a few ideas around playing which I think have possibly confused a few people and maybe possibly even held a few golfers back from playing their best golf. We're just going to talk through a common theory and a common sort of practical application I hear for playing, and then we're going to discuss maybe why this isn't going to necessarily help you hit that golf ball better. So let's give myself a ball to target line. Very simple, that's a direct line from my ball to my target. So what have we been told about playing? Well, we've been told that for you to swing on playing, the golf club needs to point down at the ball to target line. Certainly in the backswing, and possibly even more importantly in the downswing. And I've got to keep my golf club pointing at that ball to target line throughout my downswing. And this would be certainly a common theory that I hear coming from amateur golfers. Now, the first thing for me would be that doesn't always help. I could, for example, take my setup here with my 5-iron and make a backswing like this. And you can see how my golf club points at my ball to target line. But that doesn't look like a particularly good, desirable move. However, just by that theory, club points at ball to target line, it would agree with what they're trying to do, and that would be a successful move. So I do tend to see a lot of golfers focusing on this and actually moving the golf club and getting it to point at the target line, but you can see that doesn't look like a particularly common move that we see from the good players. So if we then move away from that and we look at actually, the golf club referencing the ball to target line, so being on playing, and if we look at the best golfers in the world, that's ladies tour, men's tour, seniors tour, amateurs, all these, how many golfers do we see who demonstrate this idea that the golf club points at the ball to target line throughout the golf swing? Maybe one. And that one is Bryson DeChambeau, the American golfer. As far as I'm aware, he's the closest I've ever seen someone getting that golf club on this perfect plane. So very simply, if I was trying to be good at golf, I would try to look at what the best golfers do and try and find some similarities across those golfers. So what do they all do? And if I looked at playing, I wouldn't see that pattern. I wouldn't see them all demonstrating this movement that many golfers are trying to achieve. So therefore, I would look at that and say, well, actually, that's not really a prerequisite to playing good golf, because not many people do that. What you will actually see more golfers do would be, during their backswing, they would actually have the golf club pointing somewhere between the ball to target line and their toes. So somewhere in this area here. Now, this is not every single golfer, granted, but more golfers would tend to have this movement and this pattern in their backswing. So you can see how as I take that club away, the club head stays a little bit more outside my hands, and when I get to this maybe halfway back position, you can see how the golf club points more between the ball and my toes. As I change direction, what you'll very often see is that in that early downswing, the golf club will now point a little bit more outside the golf ball. So again, certainly not at my ball to target line. As I transition down more into this delivery position, we would tend to find that last parallel, the golf club gets pretty close to being parallel to the ball to target line. But again, that's not an absolute must. We see golfers in different positions. So when we look at the best golfers in the world, their golf club, their club shaft is certainly not on this constant plane through backswing and downswing. It is variable. It changes through the whole golf swing. And probably more importantly than that, how it changes can really affect how well you play. I've done a video recently on hand path. If you haven't seen that video, go and have a look at it, because that's going to help you understand a little bit about what I'm trying to say in this video and how The movement of the hands can influence the angle of the club shaft and how that can make you play some better golf if you understand it and use it to your advantage. But the purpose of this video is to sort of suggest that actually trying to get that golf club onto this perfect plane is not necessarily going to help you. I think you could probably do that and not necessarily hit any better golf shots. I would much rather you focus on actually trying to get the golf club to be slightly steeper in the backswing, and then in transition it's slightly shallower. This is not going to be for every single golfer, but I'm talking to the masses here. I see far too many golfers where the club gets too flat in the backswing and then steepens in the downswing. So going from slightly steeper to slightly shallower will probably help more golfers than it hurts. So playing, probably not a term you need to be too bogged down with. Focusing on it and spending time practicing, improving your playing may well not give you the results that you desire. Understanding about the angle of the golf club and how the hands relate to that will certainly help you and leave you in a much better place to hit the golf shots that you're trying to hit. Right, enough talking, let me hit a shot. This is the 4th hole here at Aphrodite Hills. I think I've got 230 odd yards left to go, so I've only got a 5-iron, so definitely not going to get there, but we'll have a go. And that's definitely going to be short. I hit it pretty good, but I say 230 yards for me is certainly not a 5-iron. Playing, term that maybe we need to be a bit careful when we're thinking about, and certainly if you're going to introduce that into your practice session, just having a little bit of a basic knowledge about what you're looking for is going to help. Thank you very much for watching. Big thank you to the golf course Aphrodite Hills for having me out here for a few days, letting me use their fantastic facilities. Thank you to Golf Breaks, they arranged it, made it all happen. And all the usual stuff is down below this video. That's a like button, there's a comments box, and there's also a link to subscribe to the channel. If you're not a subscriber already, I would urge you to do so. It's absolutely free, no cost whatsoever. More videos just like this one coming each and every week, helping you play some better golf. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you again soon.